inside lead side. Gut-wrenching lead from the ring. He taps him.
Alistair Overeem's affluent career includes over 80 fights.
Hurt his knee, or hurt his ankle.
A collection of titles in 2 sports, and a plethora of knockouts.
Potterat gets clipped with another short left hand. Knee to the jaw.
Rampant power combined with a versatile style immortalized him as the first simultaneous MMA and kickboxing champion. Recently, the 42-year-old Dutchman put the big gloves on once again. It's time to take a look back at his illustrious run in the ring, where the Demolition Man dismantled legends and became the last king of the original K1.
That was just violence.
Jamaican on his father's side and a descendant of Holland's royal family on his mother's, Alistair was introduced to the sport through his older brother. The pro debut came about in 1999 under Thai boxing rules. Tall and lanky, Alistair displayed the distinctive features of his style. He entered the clinch and launched armor-piercing knees. Despite the success, the Dutchman would spend the next few years sharpening his knees in MMA.
He could submit him. There we go. Beautiful, beautiful knee. Alistair Overeem has...
Overeem's kickboxing comeback took place in 2004 against Glaube Feitosa. The Brazilian was famous for the patented question mark kick and regarded as one of the most dangerous karate practitioners in the world. At the outset, the 6'4" Dutch light heavyweight tried to keep his distance. In the following exchange, Overeem managed to connect with a decent right hand. But continuing to push his luck, Alistair fell victim to the power of a natural heavyweight. Overeem would return to K1 4 years later as a completely different beast. A successful upgrade of the Demolition Man, fueled by horse meat and notorious Mexican supplements, was complete by 2008. Alistair bulked up to 240 pounds and went on a killing spree in MMA.
It's over. It's over. Enter the ring too many times.
He's got to extend.
And he is all business when he gets there.
And if he extends now, he's going to get it.
Badr Hari challenged him to a duel in big gloves on New Year's Eve.
Listen, all this hugging and shit is nothing. K1, stand-up fights, real knockouts. I guarantee you. Everybody who wanna fight against me get knocked out. Us.
The Moroccan striker had been the K1 regular champion with 6 finishes in a row just a month prior. A face-to-face clash of the Titans became the most anticipated event of the year. From the get-go, Badr was overwhelmed by the foe's physical superiority. And while Hari desperately tried to come up with ideas, Alistair hurt him with a knee paired with a looping punch.
Есть! И цепанул.
Soon, another precise left hook found the wobbled Moroccan's chin.
Но нет, видимо, не судьба. Не сегодня. Против такого гоблина ловить нечего.
2 minutes in the ring with the Demolition Man was enough to short-circuit Badr's power grid. This encounter kick-started their decades-long confrontation. In March 2009, Overeem got his hands on Banjansky. Remy was one of the select few to reign supreme in the organization's most prestigious Grand Prix on 3 occasions. The man strived to justify his moniker, the Flying Gentleman, at all times.
Goes the high knee. Oh, jumping round kick! Our main event.
Both warriors showed their aerial prowess from the jump.
And Ori, jumping knee! Round kick from Remy to the ribcage.
On the plain surface, however, the more mobile Remy outmaneuvered his beefy counterpart.
Without just jumping into right the rounds. I like Remy to use his straight punches like, you know, 1-2.
Bonjanski's defense was called quote-unquote virgins for an outstanding impenetrability.
Tonight, folks, was a draw, 10-all, say.
Still in the second frame, Overeem located the loopholes.
Alistair always trying to catch the leg kicks of Remy. Could Remy fake the leg kick and swing up to the head?
Oh, absolutely.
Later, he began to pull down the opponent's hands to make openings for strikes.
Remy looking for a counter-fighting game here. He's allowing Alistair to...
Remy lacked sheer power, of which Alistair had in spades.
And he worked a big right hand from Alistair.
The referee neglected the fall. It would play its role afterwards. In the third, Bonjanski would touch the floor more often than a janitor.
Because he's definitely not performing to what
Alistair nicely done. Timed it well.
The Demolition Man could already smell victory and continued to push.
If you don't have your legs underneath you,
but the champion knew the secret ingredient to an unexpected comeback.
Alistair just did as well. He did a tip kick to the thigh. He's really worked his Muay Thai in preparation for this one. Oh, Remy catches him! Remy catches him! The right hand!
With a single knockdown, Remy managed to change his fortunes and sway the judges' sympathies for a controversial decision win. Meanwhile, by giving the king all he could handle, Alistair earned an invitation to the Grand Prix. He was welcomed to the qualifiers by Peter Arts, a 3-time K1 belt holder. The Dutch lumberjack was a special kind of fighter, the one who saw the judges' scorecards once in a blue moon. Nevertheless, respect for the legend quickly went down the drain.
In the first round, or maybe Arts leads in the deep.
In the first round, Alistair successfully exploited his athletic gifts and constantly bombarded the adversary.
High kick from Arts, uppercut from Alistair. High knee! Arts is whipping and the entire front world. A high knee from
Peter met the bell with buzzing in his ears.
It's over in territory. Oh, left hook on the bell!
Halfway into the bout, Arts initiated rough, old-school exchanges and produced a couple of bright moments.
No, not at all. As a matter of fact, kind of grappling more and started submitting fighters.
Arts wears an uppercut off the right hand, jumping knee from Alistair. Arts backed up yet again. He's got to get off the ropes, does Peter. And he does. Jab, right hand. He's lining him up.
Overeem responded with hard, low kicks.
Weight loss is affecting the power here. I would dig the left hand to the liver and then throw the right hand to the...
He was being patient, not trying to chop off the rival's oaken head in one swing. In the final round, Alistair stuck to the game plan and peppered the veteran with meaningful combinations.
Hook outside, rising the legs and scoring the points.
Huge right hand.
Despite the swollen face and bone-crushing flurries from the supercharged Demolition Man, the ever-steadfast Arts made it to the end.
Shot. Has he got a miracle shot? And it's Alistair with the final salvo.
Alistair had comprehensively outstruck the front man of the old guard and moved further in the bracket.
He's done it. Alistair Overeem.
Come December, he had to put out 3 men in quick succession, so Everton Teixeira only lasted a minute on his feet.
Goes to the outside lead thigh. Oh, it's over! It's good night, Irene!
A cannon-shot knee plastered the Brazilian across the canvas.
That was just violence!
In the next outing, the Demolition Man came across Badr Hari, whose diet had clearly changed since their previous meeting. The 230-pound bad boy entered the rematch following a spectacular destruction of Ruslan Karayev.
Going for the second knockdown! He wants to finish it! Oh, it's good night, Irene! It's good night, Irene! Ray Sefo!
Alistair opened the confrontation with a signature throw.
And Alistair manhandled.
Although this time, Badr showed restraint and denied clinching attempts.
See the ease?
Aiming to even the score, he unleashed flame and fury.
Electrifying. Body shots. Body.
Overeem failed to pull the trigger and got caught coming in.
He's scared to step in there.
Oh, he's tagged him. He's tagged him. He's tagged him.
That's what I'm talking about. Badr's gotta be patient. Badr's gotta be.
Miraculously, Hari found a way to land a high kick on a man with no neck.
Uppercut.
There's the right hand. Oh, it's over. It's over.
Yes.
It's over.
The contest was stopped according to the 2 knockdown rule. The title campaign had to start over.
There's the right hand. Oh, it's over. It's over. There's a 600 Boscopet plus.
Javad Podarak became a warm-up in April 2010, and Overeem dropped the victim in no time.
Ooh, big shot there from Alistair.
He put an end to the skirmish with a pair of ruthless knees.
Podarak gets flipped with another short left hand. Knee to the jaw. Big Javad. Good night, Irene. It's over.
The power-charged combat machine kept gaining velocity, and 6 months later, Alistair squared off versus Ben Edwards. In the first round, the Australian saw the canvas twice. However, even Iron Will couldn't save him from the right hand of the raging Dutchman. Edwards' misplaced heroism ended with a sound of his jaw cracking. These 2 knockouts secured Alistair a place in the K1 Grand Prix schedule for December, where 8 top-of-the-food-chain strikers would battle for the crown. A quarter-finalist, Tyrone Spong, was then primarily known as a multiple-time Thai boxing world champion.
Tell you what, we've got some
Big knee to the head, that is good night.
Contrary to expectations, he made a good account for himself in the Overeem fight. The Demolition Man strived to steal the deal early. Spong took note and used the left hand to intercept. When his hook found the mark, he would immediately explode with furious combos. For the next 3 minutes, Alistair turned his excessive aggression down and seized the initiative completely.
Almost just warning spot. Overhand right foot spot. That'll score for him.
Tyrone's speed was of little use in close quarters.
And double-handed clinch again. He keeps double-handed clinching and the referee's just not seeing it. The referee's seeing it. He's the
Towards the end, he got clipped. Backed up into a corner, and the beating was stopped by the referee due to a standing 8 count. Overeem ran out of time for a finish. In the semifinal, Alistair faced Gokhan Saki. The smaller-sized Turk always put on a show, as if he learned his moves from Jackie Chan movies. Gokhan did not disappoint the Demolition Man either, gracing the viewers with one of the most action-packed rounds of the year.
Look at the ripping damaged after the Gita fight. It may be the chink of the armor. He tries for another spinning.
Overeem actively tried to close the distance.
Overeem tries to close off the ring.
Saki, despite the injured right hand, shined in open space. After things almost went sideways, Alistair stopped the games and got the job done in the 3rd minute.
Alistair switches. Saki is hurt. Saki instructions, but it's over.
Yeah, that arm is broken.
Doubling up on the left middle kick, the Dutchman fractured the opponent's forearm and advanced to the finale. On the other side stood an old acquaintance, Arts, who scored a signature fight ender earlier that night.
Oh, the big come on! That was unsurmountable! Mike Hogan!
No matter how strong Peter's spirit was, he did not stand a chance against the ultimate form of the Demolition Man.
Big right hand from the ring!
A ferocious, high-paced fisticuff was over in 67 seconds. The legend was sent home packing, and 30-year-old Overeem claimed the gold.
And more than that, Mike, history in the making.
The newly crowned champ would not enter the kickboxing ring for the next 12 years. K1 went bankrupt, and Alistair's record remained intact at 14 appearances with 10 wins, 7 of them by knockout. Securing the status of the first cross-disciplinary title holder, on New Year's Eve, the Dutch powerhouse captured the Dream Promotion belt.
Duffy tries to back him up with a curling right. Gut-wrenching knee from the ring, he tags him, it's over. Good night, Overeem! Overeem is the Dream Interim Champion!
Following a departure from the UFC, the 42-year-old Demolition Man brushed the dust off his big gloves. The return took place against an old enemy, Badr Hari.
Alistair Overeem, here we go!
The rubber match in October 2022 began with sledgehammers flying in both directions.
Big right hand.
Overeem was confused at first. And ate a couple of precise lefters.
Also has really good left hooks to the body.
Oh, big low kick.
Hari, although not at his Lovecraftian horrifying best, was still sharp with combinations.
Oh, another big...
After getting his feet wet, the Demolition Man found success in the clinch.
From Overeem. I've seen Badr in the past, winning fights, Joe, even dominating fights.
And finally, caught the rhythm.
But he knows he has the power if he can land that one big heavy punch. That uppercut sent Badr's glove to the ground. The referee does not call it a knockdown.
The uppercut wasn't enough to crumble Badr, but having reloaded the biceps during the intermission, Alistair unleashed a firestorm on the Moroccan in the third round.
Easier said than done.
Oh, right hand from Alistair.
2 of them.
And then a knee. Big right.
Hari stayed on the feet as long as he could.
Badr's in trouble.
Badr's out.
Badr's down.
When action resumed, the Dutchman rushed to beat the clock.
In the Netherlands. It's legend.
Oh, that right hand.
Legend versus legend.
With a shield or on a shield attitude made Hari answer the call, and the remaining minute was full of eye-to-eye exchanges.
Badr wincing in pain. He's fighting back. Big right hand from Badr.
He's still swinging. He's going to go.
10 seconds to go.
Does this put it to an extra round is what I'm thinking.
And that will do it. Let's go to the judges' scorecard.
The Battle of the Veterans exceeded all expectations. Overeem showed up in intimidating shape, and Hari, despite losing the decision, left the sport with a bang. The Demolition Man made sure his legacy would be remembered. The living icon's high-voltage knockouts went down in history as some of the best moments of the K1 era.
Side lead thigh. Oh, it's over!
It is quite possible Alistair will soon challenge the reigning glory champion, Rico Verhoeven. And if Overeem decides to call it a career, we can only wish him the best of luck.
Есть! Но нет, видимо, не...
Gets clipped with another short left hand. Knee to the jaw. Big tip off. Good night, Irene. It's over. Tries to back him up with a curling right. Gut-wrenching knee from the ring. He tags him. It's over.
If you liked the video and want to see more kickboxing legends, press the like button, subscribe to our channel, and vote for sport.
That was just violence.